Hello everyone, a very good morning to all of you. Okay, so let's start today's class, right? Today's we are continuing with the same topic that we have discussed in our previous video about selection, that what is selection. Okay, today we are going to do the process of selection. Okay, what are the process are there, okay, when the organization has to do selection. Okay, so first just a small revision of selection. In selection, what they do, what organization do, they identify and they choose the best person, okay, from the prospective candidates, okay, for a job, right? What they do, they identify and they choose the best candidate out of the prospective candidates. Okay, so here what we are doing today, that is process of selection. The first one which we are doing, that is preliminary screening. Okay, so what is preliminary screening? At the time of selection, okay, so many candidates have applied, okay, and yes, right, so many candidates had applied for the vacant job. Okay, now it's the time for the screening. Okay, means the candidates, okay, who has applied, now the organization will select those candidates. They will do the screening of the application forms. Okay, the candidates who have applied for the job, they have filled the application form. Okay, so suppose one organization is there. The organization, what they have given the vacancies in the newspaper, they have given the advertisement, okay, wherever, whatever the method they have chosen, right, in that they have asked that the candidate should have the experience of minimum 3 to 5 years. Okay, they want the experience of minimum 3 to 5 years. The candidate should have the experience of 3 to 5 years. Okay, the organizations don't want freshers, they want experienced candidates. Okay, now so many application forms has come. Okay, so many people have applied for this particular job. Okay, now the organization, what they will do, they will screen. Okay, they will start the screening of the application forms. Okay, based on the information, okay, what based on the information they will select and they will misfit the candidate also. Okay, they will unfit the candidate or they will misfit the candidate. Misfit and unfit, similar words are there. Okay, it means same only, right? Based on the information. Information is that the organization, what they want candidate of 3 to 5 years experience minimum they want. They don't want freshers. Okay, they don't want freshers, right? So the candidates who have applied, right, and who have the experience what the organization has demanded, okay, so they will select those candidates. They will go ahead, right, and then also like that what we do, okay, as a human, what we do, we think that okay, vacancy is there, let's try. So sometimes we should try also, that somewhere some time we get chance. Okay, but basically the organization select the candidates according to the information what they have provided, okay, in the application form. Okay, so this process is called preliminary screening. In that what they do, they will screen the application forms of the candidates and out of that they will select. Okay, all these are misfits. Okay, and these candidates will go ahead process. Okay, the process will be there. Okay, the selection process after the screening, that next step these candidates will reach to the next step. Okay, so this is the first process of selection, that is preliminary screening, right? I hope you have understood this. Now, the second one is selection test. Now, the organization have what they did the preliminary screening of the application forms. Okay, and out of those application forms, they have selected these 5 candidates. Okay, now these 5 candidates, now there will be the selection tests. Tests, it is written, not test, it is tests. Okay, now there are, these candidates have to face some test, then only they will selected. Okay, and the test can be, it can be a written test. Okay, it can be any type of test, it can be any exercise also. Okay, right. So through these tests, what will happen, it will show the mechanism of the candidate. These tests will show the mechanism of the candidate. Okay, these tests can be a written test also. Okay, and it can be any exercise also, right? The selection can be on the physical physical health of the candidate. Okay, how physically fit the candidate is. Okay, medical test will be the process of the selection. Okay, in some of the organization they do their medical test also. So all these process will take in the selection test. Okay, from that the candidate will be selected for the next process. Okay, so first one we studied preliminary screening, and this one which I have taught you, that is selection test. In that what they will do, they have to go through some different type of test. A test can be a written test or any exercise or any physical test also they have to do, right? So with that they will select the candidate. Okay, selection test. Now let me erase this. Okay, all these tests which the organization is taking, right, it depends on the organization to organization. If some organizations are small, so they will do the test according to their level. If the big organizations are there, okay, big industries are there, so the test will be of their high level. Okay, so there the level will become very high. Remember this thing. Okay, let me erase this and we will continue process of selection only we are doing. Now there are now selection test. Okay, second point, the process of selection we have discussed here. Now there are some important tests. Some important tests are there. Okay, important test. Important tests used for selection. Used for selection of employees. Okay, some important test the organization has to do. Okay, why they have to do? For the selection of employees. That's why they have to do. Okay. Now, the first test, that is intelligence. Intelligence test. Okay, intelligence test. Right. The first one is intelligence test. Intelligence test. Now, intelligence test means in this test the organization will judge the intelligence of the candidate. How intelligent, okay, the candidate is. his psychological thinking, okay, his psychological power, right? Through this test they will judge the intelligence, the psychological power of the candidate. Okay, let's see, I am reading here, okay. Intelligence test. This is one of the important psychological test used to measure the level of intelligence, quotient of an individual. It is an indicator of a person's learning ability or the ability to make decisions and judgment. Intelligence test. It shows how intelligence the candidate is, okay, what is ability, okay, how much ability the candidate is having, right? And it shows how the candidate is going to take the decisions, how he will make the judgment. Okay, so this intelligence test will show all these things. Suppose the candidate went for the interview. In that intelligence test, what the organization will do, they will give you some kind of task, okay, and in that type of task, from that type of task they will judge you, okay. They will give you some kind of problem, some kind of task in like that it can be useful in the organization also. So through that task the organization will judge you, your intelligence, your ability, okay, your decision making, your judgment, how you are making the judgment for that present situation, how you are making the decisions, okay, how your ability means, all this shows your ability, okay, how is your grasping power it is, okay, it shows your grasping power, how much grasping power you have, okay. So all this will happen in the intelligence test, okay. It is kind of a psychological test, okay, which shows the ability of the candidate of decision making and judgment, okay. So this is the first test, which will be the part of the selection process, through which the selection of the employees will have to take place. Now the second test is aptitude test. Now aptitude test means smartness. In this you have to show your smartness. Smartness means not like that what kind of dress you are wearing, how you have combed your hair, how good looking you are. No, smartness doesn't mean like that. Smartness means that how much you you are capable of learning new skills, okay. Smart aptitude test shows the candidate how he is able, means the candidate how is able to learning the new skills. It shows that. Let's read here. It is a measure of individual's potential, how individual having the potential, okay, the potential of the candidate of learning new skills, okay, new skills in organization. So it's not like that today they are working in some one type of method, okay. Means suppose I am a teacher. Before I did teaching in some other school, okay, now I am teaching in this school. So before my teaching method, my way of teaching, it was different. Now I am learning some new skills, okay. So aptitude test shows that smartness, that how you are ready to learn new skills, okay, in the organization. It indicates the personal capacity to develop. Such tests are good indices of a person's future success score, okay. And these tests, what they do, they develop the capacity, okay. They develop the capacity of the person, Okay, it shows the smartness of the candidate, that how the candidate, how you are ready to learn about new skills. Okay, see what happening today. Schools are not running. Okay, from last more than 1 year we are doing the online classes. So it shows the aptitude tests. It shows that the smartness for the student also, the smartness for the teacher also, that how they are learning new skills. Okay, it's the chance for you also to learn the new skills, and it's chance for the teacher also to learn new skills. Okay, so all these comes under aptitude test, where the smartness will be the key. Okay, yes. Now the third one is, that is personality test. Personality test. Now personality test, what? Personality means, oh, that person, he or she is looking very good. Okay, no. Personality means how much etiquettes you have, how much manners you have. Okay, personality test shows all these things, that a candidate should have some manners and etiquettes. Okay, suppose I will give you some example. In organization, suppose so many departments will be there in the organization. Suppose in a production department, okay, two candidates are fighting. Okay, two candidates are fighting. There is a fight between two candidates. Okay, now you are there. Okay, and you are seeing that both of them are fighting. What you will do when you have seen that from your department you are also belong from the same department, production department? So you are seeing that both those two candidates are fighting. So now what you will do? You tell me what you will do. You will, the first thing in your mind that will come, that you will go and stop that fight. Okay, you will tell them that it is not good for you and for the organization also. Okay, we should maintain the peace and harmony in the organization. Okay, we should not fight. You will tell all these things. Okay, it will shows your maturity, it will shows your personality, your manners, your etiquettes. From where we learn the manners and etiquettes? Our parents. Okay, our parents only they teach us all these things. Okay, right. So all these things will shows that how what is your personality, how mature you are. If you are not going, you are just seeing and standing in your place and you are seeing that fight, it shows you that you are not capable, you don't have that manners. Okay, so on the basis of all these things, on the basis of all these judgments, okay, the selection will be made. Okay, so personality test is this, in which your reactions, your maturity, okay, will be seen, your manners will be seen, your morality, how good what are your morals, okay, all how you are dealing with the people, how you are respecting your seniors and juniors, all these will judge in the personality test, and according to that the selection will made. Okay, so this is the third test, that is personality test. Okay, let me erase this. Yes. Now the fourth one is, that is trade test. Now trade test, what is trade test? We have discussed about the intelligence test then we have discussed about the aptitude test, then personalities test. Now we are learning about now trait test. Trait test means, let's see here, these tests measures the existing skills of the individuals, means what already you have. Every candidate, every person is having some skills. Okay, I have some skills. I am a teacher, I am teaching, these are my skills. Okay, you also have some skills. Everybody is having some skills. So this test, trait test, will show the existing skills of the employee. They measure the level of knowledge and proficiency in the area of profession or technical training. Okay, now how trait test works, how the organization will select the candidate on the basis of trait test. How? See, trait test means the existing skills of the individual. Okay, now it will show, this test will show the knowledge and proficiency of the candidate, means how proficient he is, what type of knowledge he is having. Okay, now suppose in organization, right, they have given some task. Okay, means knowledge and skills means, normally in production department they said that they have to complete 100 units in 2 days, 100 units in 2 days. 2 days. So this candidate, ex-candidate, okay, the organization, the manager has given this task to this candidate that you have to produce 100 units in 10 days. So now this trait test, now this candidate is having some skills, some knowledge. If this candidate is having that type of knowledge, if he is professional, okay, he is having some training also. Okay, so on the basis of that they will select him. All this he has to show in the trait test, because what skills you have, according based on that only this candidate will work. Okay, so on the basis of this they will select the candidate. Now you will see that the trait test and the aptitude test, there is a difference between the trait test and aptitude test. Aptitude test, what we have discussed, that some smartness will be there, new skills, the candidate should learn new skills. Okay, in what? Aptitude test. And in trait test, existing skills, the candidate is having existing skills. Existing skills means what already you have. What already you have. Existing skills means already I have these, already I have the teaching skills in me. So this is my existing skills. Okay, so there is a difference between aptitude test and the trait test. Aptitude test will be that you will learn new skills, new techniques. Okay, there will be the learning of new skills. But in a trait test, the candidate will have the existing skills. Already you, what skills you have, what knowledge you have, what training you have, what already you have, that comes under trait test. Okay, now the last test is interest test. The last test is, that is interest test. Interest test. Now interest, see, suppose I am, okay, when I was in school, right, I used to play so much. I am a sport person. I used to play basketball. I was damn good in basketball. Sorry. Cricket, football, every game I used to play. So that time I used to think that I want to become a sport person. Okay. Sport, that was my interest, but it didn't happen. Okay, but now what today I am a teacher because I am liking my teaching profession. Yes, I like sports. Today also I play sports. Okay, I play games and all, but today at present what I am a teacher. Okay, teaching is my profession. I am liking it. Why? Because my interest is there. Okay, my interest is there. You are there. Okay, so you are in 12th standard right now. Okay, when you grow up, you will complete your graduation, post graduation. So somewhere you also is having some interest in something, that you want to become a CA, or you want to become a clerk in a bank, you want to give exams in a bank. Okay, so interest test is based on that. A person is having interest in what type of job, in which area you have interest. Suppose a candidate is there, okay, an employee is there, okay, and he is having interest in finance department. Okay, in finance area he is having interest, and the manager will say, no, you go and work in production department. Can that candidate will work properly in the production department? No, he will work, but 3 months, 4 months, 1 year he will work, but at the end what he will do, he will leave that job, because his interest is not in that production work. His interest is in finance department or finance work. He want to do the work in finance. Okay, so interest is what you are liking. Okay, what work you are liking, what job you are liking. So interest test will take place in that way. Okay, based on interest test, okay, what the candidate is liking, okay, or profession means what what job the candidate is liking. According to that, the candidate will be selected. Okay, see what they are saying. Every individual has fascination of some job than the other. Okay, fascination will be there. Interest tests are used to know the pattern of interest or involvement of a person. Okay, what is your passion? Okay, which type of job you want to do. Okay, that is your interest. My interest is that I want to do teaching. I want to become a teacher. So today I am a teacher. Right. So this is my interest. Your interest will be that you want to you want to be a CA, or you want to be you want to work in a bank. Okay, right. So that is your interest. Everybody have some interest. Okay, so according to that basis the candidate will be selected. Okay, so these are some tests, important tests we have discussed today for the selection of employees. Okay, I hope you have understood this video. In next video we will continue with the process of selection. Okay, today we did preliminary selection and the selection test, right? And after that we did the important steps of the selection of employees. Okay, so in next video some process of selection will be there. Okay, try to understand this video, go through it, books you have, right? All the best. We will meet in next video. Thank you.